You, at the beginning of the show, you were showing a card from the Wrestling All-Stars series that you were a part of. Now, there was a press release that came out from a auction house, Heritage Auctions. Now, it's very important that I mention Heritage Auctions here specifically, but this is what they said. 1982 Wrestling All-Stars Hulk Hogan Series A, blah, blah, blah. PSA, that is just mint 9. So it's a grading scale out of 10 for how clean it is, basically. Even in retirement, Hulk Hogan remains one of professional wrestling's biggest stars and attractions. While he began his wrestling career in the professional wrestling ranks in 1977, it wasn't until 83 where he truly gained fame. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway. Offered as a 1982 PWE Wrestling All-Stars card featuring Hulk Hogan right before his career really took off. This brightly coloured high example card number 2 from the 82 PWE Series A release exhibits good centering, unchipped, full bleed corners. Yes?
He was number 2? You said card number 2?
I guess so. I think there's more than one of the Hulk Hogan, but apparently that must be the most sought after.
But I think number 1 is the first in that collection.
Must be.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the point is that, and for whatever reason, in what I copied, didn't actually put the number, but I know for a fact it's somewhere around $115,000 that this card went for.
What?
$115,000 or so, yes.
Somebody bought it for $115,000. It was actually purchased.
Somebody.
Don't watch it. I've read about this disinformation and this misinformation. So if somebody was going to put out $115,000 for this card?
That's the point. So, Heritage Auctions, a couple of years ago, was embroiled in a scandal where they were trying to pump up the value of computer games. And the original Super Mario Brothers in 85 on the Nintendo, the original Nintendo. Somehow, like a mint boxed version, never been open kind of thing, in 2017 went for about $30,000, which is still an incredible amount of money. And then Heritage Auctions, a few years ago, somehow acquires the exact same game. It's not even like the same, a different copy of the same game. It's the exact same physical copy. And 4 years later, all of a sudden, the value over the course of several auctions, all run through them, gets pumped up to $2 million.
What?
They found out afterwards that somebody, the person who kept buying them, was related business-wise to Heritage Auctions. And it's all one giant scam to basically...
It's a scam.
Yeah, basically to pump up the value of something.
Those bastards.
To benefit themselves.
Those bastards. Okay, folks, what's the name of this place?
Heritage Auctions. They generally release a lot of press releases with this kind of thing to reach as far and wide as possible. And the reason is that, one, they want other people to believe that this card is now not worth $4,000, is now worth 6 figures. And then maybe there's some sucker out there that will buy it through Heritage Auctions, and then they get buyer's fees and seller's fees and the whole thing. But also, if they've got a surplus of these types of cards, then they can artificially inflate those prices as well, and because they get a commission on every sale, it all means more money to them. They've done it with games. They tried to do it with VHS videotapes.
Bastards.
Do you have any lying around?
What, the VHS video games? No, I don't.
Any 8-tracks?
No, I'm not a video game fan. I'm really not. But these, I've heard a lot of talk about. These are wrestling all-star cards. Guess how much money I got out of this?
Go on.
0 centavos.
Did you realize your image was being sold to this company?
No, I did not. Nobody told me anything. But these cards, I have read about them. They were started by some guy. I can't remember his name now. But the people who invest in cards, they know who he is. But they was only like, in this set, they were only like over a period of like 2 years, 3 years. There was only like 2,000 cards made. This is one of them. So, most cards, it may be a set of 50,000 made. But here, only 2,000 cards made. And what did the Hulk Hogan card, what did they call that in mint condition?
Yeah, they gave it a number 9, so they graded it 9 out of 10. That's a scam in itself as well, this grading nonsense, because, one, they charge exorbitant amounts to grade a card, which does add value to it. But the other thing is that it depends on what day you catch somebody and what grader you get. You could get someone who's really harsh grader, and then they could grade a 7 instead of an 8 or a 9. Or they could grade some piece of crap as an 8 instead of a 4.
Or some money could change hands.
Uh-huh.
Say, hey, make it a 9 instead of an 8 or 7, and I'll give you this. Yeah.
It's all a scam. So, everything's a scam. So this Hulk Hogan card that's now gone for 6 figures.
Except this card is not a scam.
No, it's a real card, and it's a
I have about 6 or 7 of these cards. And somebody has written me and said, hey, if you sign it, it's worth this. See, a card is only worth what you can get somebody to give you for it. So I put this out as a $100 card. But if I get this guy to give me $500, then it's worth $500, or it is to that guy. So anyway, if anybody is interested, I have about 6 or 7 of them. If anybody is interested in this card, email me at Dirty Dutch Mantell with 2 L's. I got you doing it now with 2 L's at gmail.com. And I'll tell you, I'm going to put it up for auction. This card right here. And you can bet on it. And the top bidder, I do that every now and then. I put up something for auction. So if you're in the market for it and you want to go for it, then you can bid on it. So, but see, I'm trying to get into my closet right now, seriously. And I don't know if you've ever run into this, but my granddaughter, and other members of this household think my closet is like for everything. I tried to get in there yesterday. I can't get the door open. And I push and push, and I'm afraid if I push too much, I'm going to push the door off its hinges. So I'm going to have to get a volunteer here to help me go in there. But I got so much stuff in there that's it's 50 years old, 60 years old maybe. And I think it may be some people who are collectors would be interested in some of this stuff. But I can't tell you what I got because I hadn't got back in there. But I know I got some stuff that's worth money to a collector. So when I get that, I'll announce that, and we'll get to it in due time.
I'd be interested in what is in your...
You're not a collector, are you?
Nah, not really. Let me just, for one more thing, then, just to sort of draw a line under this. So the same card, PSA grade mint 9, recently also sold for $4,000. And that's the most expensive wrestling card, I think, in existence. Wrestling cards don't have that much value. They're not like baseball cards or whatever. There are some other ones. There's a John Cena rookie card around there, $800. A Vince McMahon 2020 trading card that's worth $1,000 because there was only 10 of them ever made. Then there was...
It should be worth more than that.
You'd think so.
But maybe there's not that much demand for a Vince McMahon card, especially considering the publicity surrounding him at this point.
Mm-hmm. Ric Flair from that same set, the Wrestling All-Stars set, 82, whatever, $1,300, and that's really, really high. So anyway, but the Hulk Hogan one there was the most expensive, most valuable one. It went for about $4,000. Grade
on
9.
This one,
yeah, and then all of a sudden
it's
the same set, the exact same layout, the same series. And then all of a sudden, it's suspiciously gone to $115,000.
Let me ask you this then. See, I'm not in the collecting business. I just never. But you could reproduce these cards.
Mm-hmm.
How could you reproduce this card so if an expert looked at it, it looks like it's 40 years old? How could you do that?
I don't know, but if there are any forgers out there who could let us know so we can start making more of these Dutch Mantell cards.
Yeah.
Make some money out of them. Yeah, Hulk Hogan ones. Yeah, send them heritage auctions.
Yeah, just go ahead and get in touch with us, and we'll advertise it, and you sell it, and we'll split it.